Hello guys, Nintendo Capri Sun here. Welcome back to Let's Play Plants vs. Zombies. I'm just watering my little planty poos here. Doing the usual stuff. Let's see what we got here as our new plant that we just picked up in the last video. I haven't actually watered it yet since picking it up. Ooh, look at there. Give you some of that, give you some music, give you some foodie food. There's a mushroom, how about that? And we got water here. Yay! Let's go ahead and move this guy over to the garden here. We'll just put you right there. Whoa. Play some more music underwater for this guy. Even though I don't think you can hear music underwater, but it's beside the point. Let's spray off our lily pad, looking nice and shiny there. Excuse me. Good lord, this guy's gonna keep getting watered until Kingdom Come, I think. At least until he finally asks for something else. Anyway, I have a plan for this video, actually. Well, jeez, I better hope you have a plan. I actually tried out the Survival Endless, and as you can see, 13 flags is as far as I was able to survive. Now, I have a different plan for this time, which is it's not even a plan, really. It's so stupid, it's almost too simple. But I'm gonna try it anyway, just to make sure. But, we're gonna want the imitator plant and potato mine here. We're gonna want, I don't know, I'm almost tempted to try this out, the cob cannon thing, but previously I tried to do the repeater / Gatling Pea / stump combo. The problem is, in Survival Endless, when you use one of these plants down here, every successive one that you buy becomes 50 sun more expensive. That's why the price of the sun has a little plus sign next to it. So every time you put one of these out, like if I were to put a Gatling Pea out, once I put down the second one, it's going to be 300 sun to buy the second one. And to buy the third one, it's going to be 350 sun. To buy a fourth one, it's going to be 400 sun, and so on and so forth. And that gets to be really expensive as far as sun goes. So I'm thinking, since the melon pulp is not an upgrade plant, it'll stay at its usual price of 300, and then I can just, you know, rely on melon pulp, since they're just about as good as the, you know, stump setup, except, you know, you don't have to spend extra money on the stump and worry about the stump getting eaten. Which, because if your stump gets eaten in that setup, you're screwed. Which I've, you know, found out that much anyway. So, first things first, we're going to try to get our... Actually, I'll go and put this out. So I think it charges slowly enough that it's worth it, you know. And because of how slowly it charges up, I want to get as many of these out as we can, just to be on the safe side. I'm going to go ahead and get 2 rows of sunflowers going here. And eventually I'd like to have all of them doubled, so I'll have 12 double sunflowers. And that may seem like overkill, but if you play this, then you would know that's pretty much just about what you have to do. So, get them out there, you know. Hell, go ahead and put 2 on a single row if you want to. I mean, I probably should have gotten some kelp too, but I found that there's not a lot of enemies in the water. You know, in the water! In the first couple of rounds of this, so I'm not too concerned about it, but still, just gonna make sure we keep putting them out, that's all. Right here, and right here. You know, like in that Blues Traveler song, Stand, when he's like... Like, seriously, that's the entire end of the song is like that. It's, like, ridiculous, man. I'm not even talking. But as long as we keep the potato mines out, we got effective, you know, one-shot kills for pretty much all the zombies in the first round, and it doesn't cost enough sun that it really matters, so we'll just be doing that. Just get as many as we can. Suppose we could try putting out some more sunflowers. It might not be a bad idea. Just keep paying attention. The sooner you get them out, the more sun you get, because you're going to need sun. Like, I mean, this, you know, becomes a huge issue in the long run. I'm not sure how far I'm going to get this time. I'd be happy if I got to 20 flags, but I tell you, I just don't know. I suppose we could go ahead and put this out. No sense in spending money on something that's just going to be temporary, right? And if you can afford it, why not? Why not put it out, right? That's the other good thing about the pulse, is as opposed to the fire shooters, or the stump setup, is that when you get those little, stupid snorkel zombies, they won't be as much of an issue, because the pulse can hit them, whereas with the stump setup, your projectiles just fly right over them. It's really annoying. By the way, how did you like that nasty Lions game? Holy crap, what a pain in the butt that was. Ugh. Such heartbreak, you know, because one difference, the only difference, like, one less interception and we could have won that game. It's pretty much we had an interception, they threw it back for a touchdown. Or they ran it back for a touchdown. And if that hadn't happened and we got the touchdown instead, they would have had 7 points less and we would have had 7 points more, which is a difference of 14 points. And ultimately, we only lost by 12 because we had that last-minute touchdown in the fourth, and he's about to eat that thing. No, he's not. Okay, good. Just about got all rows covered here. This is very good. And we have enough sun, you know, to plant it. Well, we will pretty soon. This is why I want 2 rows of sunflowers, though. I want to get these out, you know. Feel a lot better once I have all my rows covered, then I don't have to manage it so much. Now notice how the price of my twin sunflowers is going up. And when I first played this, I was like, wait a minute, those weren't always that expensive, right? And then I realized, no, they weren't, but the price goes up, so see, it's 300. Now when I plant this one, the next one's going to be 350. So, you want to try to get by with as few of these upgraded plants as possible. Now, you know, if you're trying to put out the stump setup with Gatling peas, you gotta keep in mind you're gonna have 3, 6, 9, I mean, you're gonna have like 20 Gatling peas out here. 20 times 50, that's an increase of 1,000. You know, that's 1,000 sun you're gonna be spending on a single Gatling pea by the time you put the last few ones out there. And at a certain point, it just stops being worth it. I mean, it's, you know, even with this many sunflowers, it's still, you know, if you're spending that much on a single flower, then you're, you know, pretty much screwing yourself. That's why I think the melon pulse setup may end up being superior. Simply because the melon pulse still do splash damage, which is the only other plant that does splash damage other than the stump setup, which Gatling slash stump, whatever you want to call it. Fireballs, I guess I should say. So at least this way, you know, you don't have to put out the stump to do the double damage. Because I always tried before, like, putting out the Gatling piece first, and I thought, well, I'll put out the stumps later when it gets to be an emergency, but then ultimately I ended up being too late with them. And the bucket heads are still too much for this to handle, so it's too late to put one of those out. So we're gonna have to probably pumpkin. I find myself actually doubling, like using the imitator plants to get an extra pumpkin, because the pumpkins are immensely useful. Because they're gonna throw everything at you in this survival endless, everything. They will throw pretty much everything. Now, you're gonna play 2 flags at a time, and then you'll get to change your plants up here, which eventually we will have to change them, but I pretty much like to always have sunflowers and twins, just in case. Because you never know when they might get eaten, and I'm not putting out as many of these as I should be. I mean, it's not like you can't afford them, might as well put them out. Stop singing! Is the bucket head going to last? He is. And I don't have a squash, so I'll have to use a pumpkin. Oh man, it's still so relaxing, but I tell you, get a little bit later in the game, it's not going to be so relaxing then. This version of the game, this Survival Endless, introduces the red-eyed gargantuars. Or, I think they're called Giga gargantuars. And I'm not entirely sure how strong they are, but they're strong. I'll tell you that here. That's worth it. Oh, got the sun there for a second. Yeah, so happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I hope y'all are having a wonderful Thanksgiving day. I hope that you get a chance to spend some time with your families and do all that crazy crap, even if you're in, you know, my condolences if you're a Lions fan. Again, you had to watch that game, but sorry. I'm also sorry if I spoiled it for anyone who hasn't seen the game yet. I probably shouldn't have done that, because I'm probably going to post this video today, and if somebody hadn't seen the game, or if they DVR'd it and they stupidly decided to watch me, well, not that that's stupid, no. I will actually bring out winter melons, because I'm not going to use very many of them, just 2, so it's not going to matter so much that the price goes up. We'll keep our TSPPs around, because we're going to need them. We don't need those. Actually, those might not be bad to have, I don't know. I mean, well, no, because you'd have to wake him up, yeah. Shoot. So we'll get the pumpkin. We'll actually get an imitator pumpkin, because one of the things you're going to have to get, well, yeah, and we're going to need walnuts, too. Because I see we have the jumpers out there, which means, you know... The thing is, I never know how many of these to build before I start building defensive stuff. Because I want to have, like, at least 4, but if I don't... I mean, I guess I could just start with a tall nut right there. And then once I had that established, I pretty much wouldn't have to worry about that row ever again. So, notice how my twin sunflowers are now up to 500 sun. But at a certain point, I start to wonder myself if that's even worth it, because you'd have to go through 12 cycles of sun to make that up. Actually 10, but you know, pretty soon that'll be 600, and that will cost 12. But, yeah, I think it's worth it. You'll be spending enough time with these flowers out here. I mean, you're going through, like, massive numbers of levels with these flowers, you know. And sometimes even I forget. I mean, notice how I'm going through every little bit of sun that I have, and still struggling to keep up. You know, just to get back up to 300, I had to wait just now. We'll put this there. Oh, I was trying to put that on row 5, but I screwed up. Leave it to me. I guess we'll go ahead and start putting these out, because we're going to need to. This is something that's going to be, I mean, the pumpkins will probably save you more than just about anything. I mean, they're a necessity. Because eventually it's going to start putting those digger zombies out there, and I just don't really think that... I don't know, I just don't think the magnets are worth it. I mean, maybe they would be, but... The magnets are just so easily overpowered. I mean, they can suck up metal things, sure. But then, you know, it takes like 10 seconds for them to recharge. I didn't get any lily pads. I always forget something like that, something integral. And here we go. We're gonna need to, he's gonna jump over that pumpkin, so we're gonna need one right here. I think I'm already screwing this up. Let's go ahead and get this. Okay, see, I don't have enough sun for a tall nut even. Jeez, you know, I'm picking up sun left and right, but, you know, it's still... So this is where you really start to, you know, lose track of what's going on. It's like, what's going on? The pumpkins will save your ass, though, in the long run. Just build up some sun here, at least. I actually took a look at the... Would you stop at those dolphins? That's so annoying, that sound. Jeez. I mean, I know it's all cutesy in Ace Ventura, but you know what? It's annoying in this game when you know what it means. I don't think so. Getting through that. I got 2 of them eating on this pumpkin here. I also have the upgrade, though, that allows you to plant a fresh pumpkin over a half-eaten one, you know, to replenish its life force or whatever, you know, its life blood. I want to see, what am I gonna do with my pumpkins, though? I kind of want to put them on the walnuts, to be honest, but at the same time, we don't seem to be getting to the walnuts, so it's okay. We'll just concentrate on our land forces for now, and whatever happens in the water just happens. Let's go ahead and do this. Just to let it be done right there. Actually, I'm actually doing okay not having a pumpkin on this one, because they're all jumping over it and the rest of them just aren't getting to it. That was not good. Shit, I don't think I can do anything. Yes, I can. We can dig up the sunflower and put a melon poles in there. We'll just have to cut our losses there and take that sunflower. Oh, now see, I can't plant the imitator plant on that pumpkin. Shit. Okay, if he gets through that. Oh, well, maybe not. It's only 4 flags in and we're already starting to screw up here.